Hello, guys. This is Shar. Welcome back to the channel. Thank you so much for returning. Now, I intended on doing a review of Love and Marriage DC no later than Monday. Right? It came on Saturday. I was going to either do it Saturday, Sunday night, or Monday. But things came up. I ended up getting derailed. So I didn't do it. But everything happens for a reason. It worked out that I did not do the review or my commentary because I ended up hearing on content creator Color Me Pink Winter doing an interview with her and spilling so much tea about her boy, Yusha. This fool on this screen right here with her. Now, if you heard my last review of the mess that's going on between the Tylers and the Silvas, you heard me as well as Winter. I'm sorry. You heard me say that Winter does not know how to pick her male dates. She's a bad judge of character when it comes to that. I don't know. Like, some women are just bad at picking men. I mean, not like I'm just the best, but I'm just saying, these underachievers, they give off a vibe. And, I can detect it because I have dealt with an underachiever a long time ago, not recently, and because I've dealt with it before, I know the signs now, and it's never happening again, okay? But yeah, she's a bad judge of character. She does not have good discernment when it comes to these losers, right? She already dealt with the 60-year-old that was living up under the stairs in the basement somewhere, and now Yusha. Now, Yusha is not her fault because Sharella and her husband Black are the ones who's responsible for introducing her to this loser. Okay? And I hate to call him a loser, but if you present yourself that something that you're not, to me, that's dishonest. And to me, I feel like you deserve to be called a loser, in my opinion. Right? There's nothing wrong with, starting off and trying to get your weight up and all that stuff, trying to get your money right, faking it until you're making it, whatever. But when you straight up really try to present yourself to be something you're not, then I don't have no love for you. It's just that simple. But anyway, it's Black's fault because he knows. He's been knowing this, and you'll hear this in the snippet that I play. Hopefully I can play it all. I don't really want the video to be long, but look. Black knows what this guy is, and he knows what this guy is not. He's been knowing him for a decade. It came out of Winter's mouth. He's been knowing him forever. So you know that this guy, Black, knows this guy's, faults. He know what he's dealing with. He know what he's not dealing with. He knows that he's a starving artist. Like this man, she said this man's still trying to rap at 37. Like, how is you trying to rap at 37? You know what I mean? Like, the rap game is like the NBA or the NFL. They say it's a young man's game. Like, how are you still trying to jump into that that genre at 37 years old, 38? What? Now, they say 2 Chainz did it, but, it's always an exception to the rule, But yeah, he needs to give the whole rap idea up and find something else. Crypto, I don't know. Stocks, I don't know what he can do, what he should do, but you need to get a rap game up. And have we even heard him rap? Like, you would have to be exceptionally good in order to even be able to break into the rap game at that big age, in my opinion. But the tea that she ended up breaking, during this interview was just, wow, I was outdone. Not only did she say that this fool is still trying to break into the rap game at 37, she says that she says that Yusha had auditioned for Ready to Love. And if you know, Ready to Love is the show with the dating show, as um Ashley says. It's a game show. No, she calls it a game show. It's not a game show. It's a reality show. It's a form of a reality show about couples trying to hook up and date and really find love. That's what it is. She was just trying to throw shade at Joy for calling it a game show. But it turns out that he had applied for Ready to Love the same season as Joy in Clifton. If you know anything about them, they actually met on the show. I don't know, it was a few seasons back, okay? A few seasons back. And they actually hooked up. Obviously, they're married now. So, he's, I guess he must have gone through all the stages of the process of the questionnaire, because they say they give them a long questionnaire, about 150 some questions, just to ensure that these people is not nuts, cuckoo, crazy. It's a what do they call it, personality test, I guess. And he goes through all that testing, and ultimately they tell him, I don't think we're going to pick you, because right now we don't really have anyone compatible with you, only Joy. And, Joy already has so many connections on the show, several connections on the show. So we have to pass you up, or whatever the words they told him, which I thought was a little strange. But hey, I guess they ended up having enough males on the show by the time they got to him. And so, some certain people get cut. And obviously he was one of them. So this brings to the show, which is why he was probably a little biased with Joy, when he was kind of taking up for Joy with the others. He was saying that she really wasn't doing anything or saying anything wrong, which, everybody almost bit his head off because of that, which, in his defense, only about this, in his defense, she really wasn't saying anything wrong. Like, she was just speaking her truth, in her opinion, through her eyes. Now, is this stuff that she's saying that happened with Black and her friend, is it true? I don't know. Only the girl know, and him. And I guess Joy, I don't know. She say that he was hollering at her friend, and then Sharella came along, and he ended up talking to Sharella, dropping her friend ultimately, and ultimately dating Sharella, and ultimately marrying her. And so they're on the show currently married as a couple. And so she's still pissed about this. Now, I find that to be a little I mean, I know you could be like tripped out, like not going to really be close with him or friends with him, but it's like, I don't know. I probably wouldn't talk to him either, because if he did my friend wrong. But I don't know. It just seemed like she's harboring is just as much anger or animosity toward him as if it happened to her. Now, if it was me, same scenario, I don't know if I would be that bent out of shape about him. I just probably wouldn't. But I mean, I guess that's basically what she is doing. She's kind of like not really interacting with him, not really talking to him. And it's just that when people ask her about him, she said, oh, he dated my friend, and then he ended up dating that other girl at the same time. That's really what all she's saying. So, yeah, I mean, yeah, I think I would be like that too then, come to think of it. She's not really doing anything wrong, not really. But, so, yeah, this is probably why Yusha is partial to her, I guess. But for him to have never really been on the show yet, I don't know how she figures he likes her, because she's trying to say he, had a thing for Joy, because he had applied for the show the same season, but he didn't make it onto the show. So he don't really know Joy. Like, he didn't really have any dealings with her, really, because he never did make it onto the show. So, yeah. I mean, now he probably watched the show and everything, but anyway. More importantly, she ends up and finds out that this guy is just fake and fugazi. He's just cap on all levels. He practices Muslim sometime, and then she practices being a Christian. Like, he straddles the fence. It's like, pick a doctrine. Pick a belief. Why don't you? How are you sometimes a Muslim practicing Ramadan and then going to turn around and do things or have certain Christian beliefs a whole nother time? And speaking of beliefs, Winter also went on to say in the interview that his daughter spent the night over at her house, as well as Sharella's daughter. Winter has a daughter too, but I think Winter's daughter is an adult. I think her daughter is like in her 20s or something. But she had the girls come over and do a sleepover or whatever. And I guess it was at Easter time, and they were going to do a Easter egg hunt. Yusha ended up calling, and he was like, what? No, my daughter is not going to be a part of that. Why are you even doing it? That's blasphemy. And then had something to say about that's worshiping the fertility gods. It's like, what? Oh my God. Really? Like, oh my God. I don't even know anything about that. I don't care to know anything about that. It's stupid. So she called herself, she claimed she stood her ground and was like, you know what? I practice it. I'm a Christian. We do Easter egg hunts with the kids, yada, yada, yada. If you don't want her to do it, come get your daughter. No offense to your daughter, but come get her because we're doing an Easter egg hunt. And hopefully she actually did that. Hopefully she actually said that. She said she did, but, maybe she may not have been that hard on him. Who knows? Hopefully she was. And hopefully he came and got his daughter. It's like, how are you 1 minute a Christian and then whole nother minute or a whole nother day or a whole nother month you back on some Muslim stuff? It's like, get a life. Be for real. You look stupid. For real. And then she ends up finding out that, the funds is low. Lower than low, too low. Low down, dirty, shame low. She ends up finding out the boy don't even have any money. Now, I don't know if you guys saw the episode from last week, but when he tried to present her with these Louis Vuitton sunglasses in front of everybody, I had already said that them glasses looked fake simply because they weren't even packaged the way that Louis Vuitton packaged their items. It was just something about the way they were packaged. It was like, no, they don't look authentic. The packaging didn't even look like they really came from an official Louis Vuitton store. I don't know about these resale shops, but she like the Real and stuff like that. But she even said that after going through the packaging, it had some of the materials, receipts and things had Chinese writing on it. Okay, well then you already know automatically the ish was fake. Automatically, if you see Chinese writing on anything, you automatically know that it is fake. Nothing from the Louis Vuitton store is going to have Chinese writing. The products are either made in France, Paris, France, or the U.S. I've heard a couple of my friends have bags where their tags on the inside said made in the U.S. Now I have a Louis Vuitton Neverfull, the Damier Bean print brown. Mine says made in France. But like I said, a couple of my girlfriends, they got bags. They ended up going to the Louis Vuitton store in the mall, in a local mall, and theirs ended up saying made in the U.S. But never is the bag going to ever have Chinese writing on it because their products are not made in China at all. So, I mean, and then she tried to say something, and I'll let you. I don't know if I'm going to play it that long, though, because the whole audio, her whole interview was about 26 minutes. I don't know if I'm probably not going to play that part. But she ended up saying in that interview that I don't know if it's like a retail, one of the retail shops. No, no. Places like the Real Real and Fashion File, they do an authentication. And, once they see that Chinese writing on stuff, they would have sent that mess back. Okay? So it's not from a retail shop at all. It's just fake. It was just not real. They out there in DC. He probably went over the bridge to New York to Canal Street and got the Louis Vuitton sunglasses. Okay? Whatever. And then, what else did she say? We talked about the daughter in the Easter egg hunt. She mentioned the sunglasses were, after the fact, she started realizing they didn't really look real. She realized that he is a starving rapper, trying to be a rapper at 37. She realized that he had applied for Ready to Love, and that his mindset is kind of like he just wants to be on TV. Oh, and then she said that she had the opportunity to sing the national anthem. I think it was either at an NBA game or NFL game. I think it was NBA, some NBA team. She sung the national anthem. She brought her close girlfriend of hers. He kept asking her, can I come? Can I come? You want me to come? You want me to come? And she was like, no, 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 no. And he ended up calling her right before she went on and was asking her something about the confessionals on the show. It's like, sir, why are you asking her about confessionals? You don't even do confessionals on the show at this point. Or does he? I can't even remember. You guys can drop down in the comments if you know if this guy is doing confessionals on Love and Marriage DC, but I don't think he is. He's not full-time cast. It's not a permanent cast. I don't think he's doing confessionals. I can't remember, though. But even if he is, which I don't think he is, but why are you asking her about this at that time? Like, you already know she was somewhere trying to prepare to sing the national anthem. Like, why would you call her with that? That means he has on his mind that, he really want to be a part of this show. And if she didn't know by him asking her that at that unopportune time, she ended up knowing or finding out when Yusha had the nerve to fix his mouth to ask her, how much does she get paid from the reality show? It's like, sir, none of your business. Like, what? Why would you ask me that? Winter ended up saying he had the nerve to catch an attitude and get mad, talking about that's what's wrong with black women. They always think somebody's trying to do something and doing something wrong and da da da. Yes, I do. When you ask me how much I'm getting paid, when you ask me what's going in my bank account, when you ask me what's in my pocket, I get offended. Because what is it to you? You're not my husband. Talking about he's trying to find out what's what. So, if and when he gets approached about being on the show, he'll know what's fair, in terms of pay, what he should ask for, what he should be getting paid. How do you even know that you're even going to be on the show? Y'all not married. The show is called Love and Marriage DC. It's not called Love and Marriage and Dating. Love and Marriage and Trying to Figure It Out. Just met this guy trying to figure it out. Trying to see if it's real. It's not called that. He just knew that he was going to be in with Winter and end up getting approached by Carlos King and them. Or heck, according to what she ended up saying in the interview, not waiting for Carlos King to ask, approaching Carlos King himself about being on the show, because she ended up also revealing that Yusha was going behind her back, as far as she concerned, going behind all of their backs, because they're all a part of the show. He's not. He's a friend of. Going behind all of their backs, asking production about scenes, like certain suggestions about a scene or what should be said or done. It's like, sir, really? Who are you? Why would you do that? See, and so that tells you that he's really, really has an agenda. He's really trying to be a part of this show. And Black knew this. Black knew that, or he knows that this guy is an opportunist. He knows he's trying to get in show business by way of rap. But hey, if he can get into the business through a reality show, that's cool to him too. Clearly, he's probably one of these guys that half the time don't work, half the year doesn't work, don't really have a steady income. Black was trying to get him set up the way Black is set up. No offense, but Black is a starving artist as well. He is a producer, songwriter. He ain't getting no checks until somebody buy his material. This fool talking about he want to rap at 37. Yeah. Trying to get his bills paid, food on the table, lights, gas, trying to be comfortable until he get his big break. That's what these starving artists do. So I'm going to play a little bit of this interview that she had with the content creator. Hold on, let's listen. I don't really want this video to be long. I'm going to play a little bit of it.
In my life where I'm making sure that I'm vetting people this time.
And you have to.
And you got one good time to show me something crazy.
Something crazy.
And I'm out of here. Peace.
Girl, outside of him being just dead broke, and I'm just not gonna be able to do it at this point in my life.
Hell no. No. You ain't got time to take care of no man. Absolutely not. No.
Trying to be serious about being a 37-year-old rapper just does not sit well with my soul. And he's very serious about that. Aside from that,
I thought that was something he just did on the side for fun.
Nope.
Oh yeah, no. Bye, Yusha.
30-year-old rapper, but aside from that, I got a phone call that informed me that he had been trying to pitch scenes to production behind my back.
Do you expose him on the show?
I don't learn this until like literally a few days ago.
How did Sherelle and them feel when they found out that he was doing it?
They are pissed.
Yeah.
She said you need to blast him.
You sure do. Yeah, that's trifling. That's so trifling.
I also learned that he auditioned for Ready to Love. And I asked him about it, and he said, I don't want you to trip when I tell you this. And I was like, well, why would I trip? He said, I auditioned for Ready to Love, but the guy told me I made it all the way to the end round, and they decided not to put me on the show because he said they didn't have nobody for me. They said I was a cool guy. They thought I was a good dude, but they didn't have nobody for me. He said, in fact, the only person they felt like I would match with was Joy.
Now you heard, as I stated, she brought up a few other points as well. I don't want the video to be long, but based on what you heard me say, based on what you heard Winter say out of her own mouth as it relates to Yusha and his shenanigans, what do you guys think? Are you saying I told you so, Winter? Because that's what I was saying. I told you so. I told you something was up with him. And when something is up with these men, it's usually they broke and they really just don't have it going on. And that's basically what it be. That's just, they on their knuckles. They on the ground. You know what I mean? And they need a come up. They're trying to use a nice young woman like her, stable, got income coming in. Now she's a part of this show. You know what I mean? Opportunists. You guys drop down in the comments. Tell me what you think about what Winter said about Yusha. And did you guys know this already about him? And what do you think about Black? Don't you guys think Black knew what time it is? Like, he's been knowing this guy for a decade. Y'all don't think he knew what was up with his friend? He was trying to get his friend comfortable, get his friend laced, mapped out so he could relax, kick his feet up like he's doing. Don't you guys think that? Let me know. I do talk back. Please drop down in the comments, like the video, subscribe. Until next time, bye.